Bill, my friend.
Yes, Ted, my friend.
I have a feeling things are about to change in a most outstanding way.
I could not agree more.
From days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe, there stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolf, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the Comic Relief Crusader.
Hey guys, how's it going out there? We made it through the weekend and we're here. It's Titillating Tuesday to the Geekosphere, and I am your host, the Comic Relief Crusader, on a very nice Tuesday. Nice and sunny. Leaves are finally coming out, at least here in Alberta. And everything is starting to look very nicely green around here, which is awesome. Hope you all had a great weekend. Despite what I said, what I was going to do on Friday, I did it. Oh God, I watched Doctor Who. But first, I want to thank everybody that came into here today so far. On Rumble, we got Vince Womack that says greetings and salutations, as he basically says the same thing here on the YouTubes. Heidi ho to all you nerds and nerdettes. Hey, Vince, how's it going? And we also got Wendy, the Drama Warrior. Hello, this is Roxanne. Wendy is in surgery. Oh, okay, so it is Wendy. Well, then that's great because we got her whole entire drama team that's going to be working with Dr. A, and they're going to be doing heart bypass. And apparently they're going to be listening with the anesthesiologist, Dr. L, and nurse. So I guess you would be Nurse Roxanne. So, and with surgical techs Margaret and Dana, and perfusionist Jack, and and they're all going to be listening while we do our thing here on the show. So, hey, Nurse Roxanne, then nice to see you. And who else have we got? We got Lenrod. Hey, Lenrod, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. And we also got the Geeky Classic Leftist Tom. Hey, gang, hey. To you. And we have the illustrious Penny that's enjoying all kinds of emojis that are available to you when you are a member. So, hey, my lucky Penny, how's it going? And who else have we got? We got Franco Walker. Hello, everyone. Hello to you, Franco. Nice to see you, man. And we also have Appion, who particularly loves that jazz emoji. And we got Cycleman90. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Nice to see you, dude. And who else do we got? Yeah, so everybody's filing in, and we got Dormammu as well. What's up, dude? Nice to see ya. And yeah, so while we're at it, let's introduce everyone into the show, shall we?
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
Jason Fox, how's it going, dude?
Hey everybody! No, it's doing pretty well. Other than the goddamn pollen is kicking my ass because of allergies, you know. Other than that, I'm all good and fine, and just working on music, having fun. Yeah, all this the normal stuff that I normally do, and grateful to be here today since I cannot be here on Friday because we're gonna celebrate, the National Day of Norway. Because it's gonna be fun. It used to stand for something before, but now it's gonna be filled with a lot of fucking gay stuff and shit like that. But that's another case. I'm happy to be here.
What do you want me to do? Dress and drag and do the hula?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So
Exactly.
Oh my God. And we also got Appion. What's up, dude?
Just wearing dressing in drag, doing the hula.
What do you want me to do? Dress and drag and do the hula?
I'm doing good, man. What's
You
going
doing
on?
good? Well,
Yeah.
not too much. God, yesterday I got 475 slides done. Like crazy. That was nuts. First, yeah, let me bring in Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Cannon commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
get a
I just-
cannon.
Yeah,
You were doing it.
Mm.
I know. It's my camera that you got there. So, no, I got 475 slides done for this one lady.
Nice.
So that was crazy. I got that done actually in one day. It's unbelievable. So, and then you gotta straighten them out, and then you gotta make sure the resolution's nice and tidy and all that kind of stuff. And then she gave me this 2 terabyte USB stick, which doesn't work. And so I had to go out and buy a new one, and that's okay because I get to charge her extra and convert a whole bunch of DVDs, some of which don't work, and I'm struggling to put those on sticks too. For some odd reason, they're slow as molasses, but that's about it. So on my
How do you
end,
figure 2 terabyte sticks? And now you can get hard drives 2 terabyte by sticks. That's a lot of space for some small board. You want a bigger board, but yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Sci-Fi said Dan, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. You just made it in the nick of time. Yeah. So how was your guys' weekend? Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
weekend.
Pretty solid.
playing.
Yeah.
Trying to get
just
an AI to do
chilling.
stuff. She's still stubborn, but you gotta get our
Oh,
next
yeah.
stuff written and
Yeah.
stuff.
Put off a bunch of things I needed to do.
Oh yeah.
Procrastinated really well.
Yes. There we go.
I'm really good at that.
Since
I
I have the
know.
last one, I told you about the monitor. I now have chat on my mini monitor. I have your Rumble, X, and YouTube videos on the television and on the main screen, the new 31-inch. I have us. So yeah, it's
Nice.
Wow.
This
We are
extra monitor's gonna
everywhere.
help so much. I'm going to
Nice.
start streaming again too because now I can open chat separately. So
Oh,
as happy, I
nice.
remember I couldn't talk to you that time because I'm playing the game, and now I can actually look at chat in the game at once. It's like, oh, it's right next to me.
Oh, yeah. I remember that
Ooh.
when I started streaming, I only had one screen because my other one was cracked. So it's just like I had to use my phone to look
Yeah.
at the chat.
Yes.
It was really annoying to look at the chat. Okay.
Now I can do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh wow. So you got us like on 3 screens?
Yes, it's pretty cool. Like it's just the chat on the smaller screen. I can watch chat, hi chat. So and then
Oh,
it's going to
wow.
basically for editing my book. I want to get the photo book done, and then I might start
Nice.
working on some
You
other photos.
fancy, huh?
I'm
He's a
fancy.
fancy fancy. He's a fancy fancy. Woohoo.
I know. Trying to show us all up here. I only got the one.
And I'm not wearing a dress,
monitor.
but I have very short, like my shorts. So is that sexy? I don't know. Whatever. So
Well, probably.
Just smile
Joker
and wave,
shorts.
boys.
Joker laughing
Smile
at
and wave.
That's right. Exactly.
Takes dress up to a whole new meaning.
exactly.
It does. One of these things is not like the other. Oh, but anyway.
Robin Williams could wear a dress. He was great in Mrs. Doubtfire.
He
That
was.
That movie was amazing.
MMA shorts type thing. They're like Joker ones. So
That's right.
getting hot out already. It's like, what is this weather? It was cool, and now all of a sudden it's really hot out. It's like, whoa, this was out of the blue.
Yeah, I know. It rained yesterday here, and of course all the earthworms had to come out, and I kind of had to feel guilty because I was hoping that I wasn't going to run over any of them in my car, and it's like, well, whatever, survival of the fittest. So
If you're going fishing, you can set yourself up.
You'll be making easy food for birds. So
exactly.
And I just saw that House of Dragons season 2 trailer is out.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Damn.
I love that they dropped
Yeah.
that with the Rings of Power, and people are like, "This is like the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, but for nerds."
Yeah,
and I'm like,
right, because
"That's
that
a
was
good.
gonna
That's
come
a
to
good
make-
comparison."
I forgot about Lord of the Rings, that was gonna
Yeah.
come out to do too.
Rings of Power.
Oh,
Yeah, because I
man.
care about House of the Dragon. I'm excited for that, and I
Oh,
hope the season will be good.
I
Yeah.
didn't even see the first season of either, and I heard like the Game of Thrones one is actually pretty good.
Yeah, House of Dragons is great. I really enjoyed it. I've seen it
I-
twice all the way through, and I really like it.
Yeah.
Fringe show
I-
that
I-
really was
exactly.
horrible.
I expected
Yeah.
it to actually be bad. I didn't have high expectations of it or anything. And then I just sat down, after the hype was down, I just sat down and I watched it. And I'm just like, wow, this is actually pretty goddamn good.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh wow.
this is decent. Yeah.
Compared to that Rings one, it was like,
Oh,
'cause
God.
They use diversity the right way, where their diversity isn't their whole character. Like the characters
Yes.
actually have character traits. They're not
Yes,
just a black guy is a
exactly.
black guy. No, he actually has a personality beyond that.
It is
Imagine that.
Yeah. He's a character. He's a person, He's an
This
individual.
this elf is a black elf. Okay, what else? That's it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
He
my
has
god.
hair fade, like the modern hair fade. He plays gangster with the bow
Discount-
and everything.
Discount Legolas.
How
Oh,
more racist
Greg.
can you be, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have like a person of color is gonna act like a gangster. It's like, come
Yeah.
on.
now with
Hey,
that being
Jedi Master Raven, how's it going, man? Nice to see
Hey,
you.
Jedi Master.
that
He
being
has a
said,
special barber in Middle Earth that does the fades.
I
Oh,
heard
that's
you
what it is,
watched
yeah.
a certain Ministry of Ungentlemanly, whatever it called. Was it? It sounds like you
Yes.
liked it.
Yes, the Ministry
good.
of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yeah.
That was damn good. That was
I got
really
it ready
good.
to watch. So I'm going to be
That was
watching it
damn
soon.
good.
Yeah. If anybody
good.
hasn't seen it yet, it's available on streaming now. I would highly recommend you go watch that. Guy Ritchie.
Mhm.
I know not all of his films have been, big hits or anything like that, but this one is really
That's
good.
good.
Yeah. And
8
it's a
out of 10
precursor
easy.
to what eventually becomes James Bond. So because you
Yep.
have Ian Fleming that's involved in this whole story, true story on top of that. And what this squad did, this unauthorized squad during World War II, is actually the inspiration for James Bond.
Yeah.
So
And,
Like-
and
yeah,
with
Like we're
Sir-
some kind of
for-
Suicide Squad.
yeah, it's like a suicide squad. And
But the
basically
real
the
one.
very first Black Ops operation,
Hmm.
you could say.
Yep. And also, with that, and as I mentioned earlier, Sir Christopher Lee was also another inspiration for James Bond. So it's like it's two things in the world that inspired the James Bond that we used to have.
Yep. That's right.
The legend, Christopher Lee. He was one of my faves. Oh, man.
I know,
Yep.
right?
Fantastic.
But anyway, to start the show off, we have a little bit of an exciting segment that we like to start off things with. So let's get to it.
It's super new.
So we got stupid news, the part of the show at the beginning where we just like to share something stupid that's going on in society today. And today this is no different because apparently this guy here, this dude, okay, the one on the right, or sorry, the one on the left, he paid $10,000 to meet a girl he follows on OnlyFans, and all he got was a hug.
There's prostitutes in the world, right? Just saying.
Yeah.
Is this an old
right.
news or
He-
new news?
He could have got the whole thing for a lot less.
I know.
Is this an old,
What a dumb.
old or new? Because I think I've seen this before.
I
or
think
it's been
so.
Similar.
I
Yeah,
feel
'cause
no
that's like-
sympathy for this guy at all.
No, but she tweets that I met my top fan for $10,000. Yeah, I'd be happy too if I was handed $10,000. So 1 month later, that money is funding a trip for her and her actual boyfriend that she had the
Yep.
entire time.
Yep.
Right?
Well done.
Yeah,
You're an
also
investor.
really fun, yeah.
Well played, lady.
Yeah,
Well played.
you
But
got
that's
him.
how it is. That's how it is. That's why don't be a
Oh.
goddamn simp for these people. Don't be a simp.
Sucker.
Exactly.
You will get your heart
Lord, yeah.
broken.
I know this story. What a sad, pathetic loser.
I
Exactly.
don't think you can use that as a tax write-off either.
No, I don't think so either.
God, what's this 10 grand for? Ooh, let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, exactly.
The funny
I'm
thing-
embarrassed to say.
The funny thing
That's
is that if he was a hot girl, he would not need to pay or anything, and that girl and the other girl would have fucked. That's kind of just the facts with OnlyFans girls.
Man.
Reason I know is because I used to be an OnlyFans guy. So
oh
yeah, I have experience. Yes, I've always been open about my past. Yeah, I have experience on OnlyFans.
Oh
I
my
have
dude, no.
I have created stuff on OnlyFans before. I didn't pay other people, but I created stuff with people and my ex and stuff like that. Yeah, so I have a lot of experience with.
I've known some girls that have done it, and it's
Do you think this guy bargained at all, or do you think he just accepted whatever outlandish bullshit price she offered? Like, I would have been like, "What about $5K?"
At home and cried.
yeah.
What about 2,000? Like you're at a swap meet. I'll do it. How about 2,500? Take it or leave it.
Oh my god. Yeah. And a waste of money. Exactly, Franco. Oh my god. Yeah. Didn't make it hot. No, apparently not. So yes, and you're right, but yeah, simpler. Jeez.
Like 10,000. That's a lot of money.
King of the simps.
I know.
He stands alone.
Exactly.
that would fund my entire career to start. Like, get my cameras, get my gimbal, get my audio gear. Like, come on. Like,
I know. Imagine what you could do with 10 grand. Oh,
10 grand, man. And maybe just sort of hot with this guy.
The third
I would
world
love to have that
country.
money.
Solve some problems.
Did she connect up with a job or something? Whatever. Like, well, just a hug. Maybe a few words.
Yes.
Like, what? I can do that with my neighbor. Hi, big hug. Hey, I'm done.
Yeah.
I give out hugs free. You know, it's like I don't charge anything. I'm a deal. So, but I mean, used it on top of that to go on a trip with her actual boyfriend. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. Think about the feeling like when the guy sees that online and he's just like, oh, god damn it.
I know.
I wasted my money.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Ledrod, yeah, my brother and I wanted to make an OnlyFoos page for his guinea pigs. Sadly, they passed away before anything came of it. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jedi Master Raven, yeah, my Christian valued ears.
I can say I don't make stuff on OnlyFans anymore. I do not. And I've always said, if people out there trying to find my old videos and pictures I've done with people and stuff, you have a goddamn problem. I did it because, one, I'm Norwegian. I love sex and stuff like that. You know, I thought it was fun at the time. I learned filming. You know, a lot about editing and filming through the process. Some good stuff came out of it. But I
bet some good stuff came out of it.
Yeah. but you know, it
can't set me up like that.
It was an experience, and
hey, you're still gonna learn to edit. You're still gonna learn to film proper. You're gonna make it look good. Because I've been offered to film some stuff, and I was like, but no, you gotta learn.
You know, it was an experience, and the reason I stopped doing it because, one, I grew, I created a company, and you know, it's nothing. I don't dream about doing porn or stuff like. It's not my thing. But at the time when I did it, it was. You know, it was at that time, and you know, it's a learning experience, in my opinion.
So Franco, yeah, I've never seen 10 grand in my life. No, neither have I.
Not all at once.
Neither have I, dude. Margaret says, or Wendy Trouble, where I don't know, whichever. Whoever's in control of the keyboard. Margaret says she knows someone who paid for college using the money she made doing internet girl things. I have, yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine.
So, and all this girl had to do was a hug, so she's getting off super like easy. Like,
yeah, I know, right?
Jack shit.
Exactly. Cycle Man. Damn, I wonder how much this for a handshake. I know, right?
Oh, ooh. If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Well, if 10,000 was a hug,
should have been more than a hand stuff, but whatever. You know,
yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
A handshake is probably 5. It's like half that, right? So
for 10K, you wouldn't be shaking my hand. Like, come on.
No, exactly. Jeez. The word is that biggest users of OnlyFools, something like 85% are sad married men. Yeah, more than likely, I can believe that. So I've seen 12 grand once, bought a car with cash. Oh, nice. There you go.
Oh, the wrestler,
yes,
let me say, the wrestler, Mandy Rose, one guy spent 55,000 actually.
Oh, dear God.
Like,
guys, guys.
She's famous, but no, that was 55,000.
Save your money. You can use that money to actually find a woman that will love you for who you are and use that money to build a life together, not throw it away for somebody that's
Yep.
just going to basically take a trip.
Or spend
Come
$100
on,
and go to the
guys.
corner. You know?
And couldn't you just
Yeah,
meet someone
exactly.
like that at like an expo or like a convention or something and not have to pay?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you
It's
probably
if
could,
they,
yeah.
there's
what?
Furries
What a
that cause
dumbass.
our thing.
But she doesn't
So,
complain. At least this girl doesn't complain.
no,
She's happy.
no.
She got money, and she got a happy ending with her boyfriend, and
The
happy ending
boyfriend's
with
happy.
money.
You didn't have to pay for shit either.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right? So,
This
but
dumbass simp just paid it for us,
Send them text messages like updates like now we're in Cancun.
Yeah, just send a message. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
this
Just
might
bought the whole bar around. That was on you, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm happy. I'm happy that
taste extra sweet now.
thank you for paying to see the butthole of my girlfriend. Thank you.
Oh man. But this also going on in stupid news up here in Canada. Apparently Canada is criminalizing Christianity.
What?
So yeah.
What?
So on because on January 7th, a few months back, Bill C4, which passed unanimously in Parliament, effectively makes the Christian worldview regarding human sexuality illegal and shows all the more how antagonistic Canada is to Christ and his church. There you go. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, so everybody else is okay, because apparently, yeah, like Jason had said earlier before we started the show, June is Pride Month, and I'm imagining that there's probably going to be a lot of arrests going on in Canada because of Bill C4. So there you go. Yeah.
Yep.
So Lenrod, yeah, so Canada is officially adopting Satanism, eh? Yeah, essentially so. I'm thinking so, yeah. So I'm not going to kowtow. There you go.
Could it be Satan?
Could maybe hide the
Could it
so I think so. But
Our leadership is
yeah,
asshat. I'm sorry. We're run by a
Yeah.
moron.
Yeah, and I'll say that too. So this is this is our bad
actually
country that we live in.
I'm not even Catholic
And-
anymore, and this is disgusting. This is
Yeah, I know. So let's see. Roxanne says I can't repeat all of the cuss words being mumbled in this room right now. Oh, well, that's okay. You can think it. You can think it. Just be glad you live in Texas. So there you go. If any of you have a job opening, I'm not a surgeon, but hey, I can cheer you guys on.
I'm a
For
photographer.
probably
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
leaving
3,000
this.
a month or something like that.
If our
Yeah,
moron gets
so-
in again next year, I'm leaving. I don't care. We have to leave this country. I'm not staying if he gets in. One, it'll be illegal because
Yeah.
he's going to be voted out. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Jesus chat bad. Jesus juice good. Yeah, apparently so. So, yeah, so that's it for Canada. We're now actually communist China, I guess.
Yeah.
There you go.
Isn't that good for you
that
guys?
pretty
Aren't
much-
you happy with that? Is that what you
No,
want?
nobody is actually.
Yes. Yes, I
And
welcome
now-
my communist overlords.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
going to say
right?
one thing. Let me say one thing on the Pride issue. Back years ago, I'm an old school. The Pride Parade meant something in the 90s. It was actually fighting for equality and stuff. It's nothing like that anymore. Equal rights
Nope,
have been
it's
achieved.
not the same.
Everything. Nowadays, you got people prancing around out in the open. You want to do it in the clubs? Sure. But you do it out in the open wearing thongs and being nude and stuff. It's not about pride
Yep.
anymore. It's just about
It's not pride
denigration.
anymore.
No,
it's
no,
like
Yeah,
the,
exactly.
the first.
used
I
to
was
be.
on Pride years ago. Oh, take that first. No problem.
There we go. Yeah. Roxanne is asking. Dr. A is asking if Comic Relief Crusader can hold a retractor without throwing up in a patient. I will do whatever it takes to do what is necessary and not throw up all over a patient while they're wide open. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
with all the violence and horror movies and whatnot that have been going around for the past couple of decades, I'm pretty much desensitized to all that kind
Oh,
of stuff.
same here. I've seen all. I
Yeah.
love horror film and gore and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
and also,
I'll be
what I was gonna
okay
say,
with that.
Yeah. And what I wanted to say was also, the first time I was at Pride, that was my first and last time I ever went to Pride, because I'm
Yeah.
bisexual also and stuff like that. And I went with a person that I was dating, and yeah, that was my first and last time when I see someone, dressing up like Jesus, with their dong out and
Oh,
making
you
out.
serious?
And
God.
yeah, and then me and the guy that I was dating at the time, we were inside eating and all that kind of stuff, right? And then I see outside, I see the furries are joining the Pride because they have their own little thing in Pride, the furries and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, this is not Pride anymore.
No, it's
That's when
not.
I.
I'm older. I can say I was there years ago when the Pride Parade meant something for rights and equal rights. Nothing too extravagant, but now it's just it's a debauchery. It's disgusting now. It's nothing.
It is disgusting now. Unfortunately.
Well,
oh yeah.
On Friday, I just want to get this little bit out of the way first before we go on to the other main topics. But on Friday, I did mention that I was going to watch Doctor Who.
Were you?
And I know, and I watched it on Saturday. Okay, so what a crap fest that was. I know, right? So anyway, so the results are in. Shuti Gatwa. Doctor Who posts record low ratings with Space Babies and Devil's Cord, which is kind of apparent. See, now we just talked about how Christianity is being banned in Canada anyway. So with the Devil's Cord. So oh my God, these episodes are so horrible. I just want to go through this kind of quick because it is so hilariously bad. And this drag queen, oh dear Jesus, please.
Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty. My God. It's the Queen of Hearts. So,
it really is. It's Helen Bonham Carter from Alice in Wonderland.
It is.
Big ass head.
With the doctor's head. Jeez. But you know what? That was one of the things about this is when he gets really angry, he's trying to talk in this like feminine voice and stuff like that. But when he's really projecting how his anger, you can really hear the dude come out in him. It's just so bad. Oh my God. So I just want to go over this quick. So Doctor Who's overnight ratings are out for Space Babies and the Devil's Cord, and they mark the lowest ratings for Doctor Who episodes ever.
No, really?
Oh yeah, faring far worse than even Shuti Gatwa's previous record low in the Church on Ruby Road special, which was just so horrible. And this follows a press tour from Gatwa and showrunner Russell T Davies. Oh, imagine my shock. The lead up press tour to Doctor Who's quote unquote season 1 premiere. Remember, because this is basically a brand new Doctor, right? It's clone Doctor, or I don't know, like budding like a Hydra Doctor or whatever it is.
Yeah. Who knows these days?
Yeah, has been tumultuous to say the least. The crew first revealed that the show would be a slap in the face to longtime British fans by premiering at primetime hours in the United States for Disney Plus audience. No, really. And in the middle of the night for British viewers, while there were grumbles on the internet, most of the media didn't pick up the story, which marked a change in Doctor Who's tradition, much like everything else about the show. Yeah, it was so bad. Russell T Davies made it clear the show would be an ode to identity politics, of course, in several interviews with his now infamous smug talking point. If you're not writing that in 2024, what on earth are you doing? I think our rights are in danger. I'm talking as someone who's lived through gay liberation all through the AIDS crisis. Remember, we talked about on Friday what he was saying, all the way through the freedoms that we have now. I can see them spinning and being endangered. So there's no choice in this, and the most exciting and entertaining action adventure.
How is it in danger? Like, how is it in danger? No.
Can also do that.
They got them right.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, they have so much rights now, dude, and they look down on straight people and other people, and and gay people who are not, that don't want to be part of this bullshit that they're doing. What the hell is this motherfucker on about? Sorry for my language.
I know.
I get mad about it.
Yeah, I watched the first 10 minutes of Doctor Who and turned it off in disgust. Yeah, it's dumb.
I have a lot of friends that are in the community, married couples and everything. They're all older, and they hate the way this community's gone. They don't like it. They're like, it's a bunch of BS. And this, I'm sorry, no rights are getting taken away. If anything, the LGBTQ people have more rights than straight white people in our world right now.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
Pacific
Hey,
104, nice to
Pacific,
see you,
hey,
dude.
brother.
And we also got Hojo. Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you.
But no, you're right. You're right, Geeky. You're totally right on it, man.
You have gay marriage going on for like
it's legal. Nobody
a decade at this point now.
Yeah,
for a while.
Your tax rights are the same as a married couple. Everything is
exactly.
And that's what the Pride Parade originally was for, just equal rights, and it was achieved.
Yes.
Yeah.
So mission accomplished. You got your rights. Hooray! Good for you. Moving
but now they're gonna be totally different and show their PP in the street, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you don't let them,
anything like that, like just
if you don't let them, you're a Nazi. So, Lenrod, they don't want equal rights; they want special treatment. Exactly. Well, remember what we used to say in my school: special means retarded. So, that was back in the 80s. So, special means retarded. So I'm gonna sum it up for you, okay? So basically,
wait, can I just interfere quickly? By the way, when we say that word here, it's not against people with actual special needs, because some of them are actually more intelligent than these people. That's fact.
Right.
That's
right.
100%.
I'm using retarded as in regressed thinking.
Yes, which is that,
Because if you look it up in the dictionary, first and foremost, that's pretty much.
I met some amazing people with Down syndrome and stuff. They're way more intelligent than any of these idiots.
Yeah, and I have worked with people who has Down syndrome and all these different things. And yes, I can confirm they are 99 times smarter than these people right here, because they actually know what the hell they're doing when it comes to a lot of stuff. One of the people, that we had where I used to work, he was working out and he loved, training and all that kind of stuff. And he became really muscular and, he loved it. It was so good to see, So these fuckers, they can't do shit. But people that actually has Down syndrome and all that, they can actually do something with their life.
Yeah, exactly.
Hojo's like, the gays can't be happy. How ironic considering the definition.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. So the first episode was this, okay? So the doctor takes Ruby Rose on a trip, and it's like, okay, like, I don't know, 110 million years in the past, the age of the dinosaurs. And she's like, well, wait, what if, something happens? Like, if I step on something and I cease to exist, it's like, oh, no, you're all good. So what does she end up doing? Stepping on a butterfly, and she turns into like some sort of, I don't know, lizard creature humanoid thing or something like that. And all the
Doctor Who we're talking about?
This is Doctor Who. Yeah, no, it doesn't, right? So because technically she just ceased to exist then, if they were going in that direction. But no, what does the doctor do? He ends up blowing on the butterfly and it comes back to life and she turns back into turns back into like what she's supposed to turn back as, right? Go figure that one out. So then they go into the far-flung future, okay? And they end up in some sort of star system somewhere in the universe. And there's a space station that's orbiting a planet. And on this planet, they're like in the lower bowels of this space station. And they end up coming across this monster that kind of looks like, a throwback from Aliens or something like that, right? Like a mini queen alien, right? Big sharp teeth and all that jazz. And so the doctor's like scared. I mean, well, yeah, if a big giant monster is like coming at you with like, humongous like sharp teeth and whatnot, I'd be like crapping myself too, right? I'd be turning my blue pants brown. And so they end up going upstairs in this elevator, and lo and behold, it's an Appion called it on Friday. It's basically a space baby making machine satellite. So, Appion called it on Friday.
I hadn't seen it or anything.
Yeah,
I only saw that picture you showed.
Oh my god, it was
Appion, you just knew it, man.
I'm a prophet.
Are you not sure you're secretly part of this project?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
They'll find out. They'll find me out.
So the doctor's constantly going on about pressing buttons all the time. Oh yeah, let's just press the button. Let's just press the button. Everybody
Very scientific.
Oh yeah, very scientific. Not even knowing what the button does, right? Let's just press random buttons. So dumb. So then they
What
end
does
up going to
do?
this other room, and it's full of babies in wheelchairs.
What?
And the yeah,
What?
and
Are, are they strollers or
Baby
wheelchairs?
children?
Are they?
well, sorry, yeah, they might as well have been the level of retardedness of this friggin' episode. They might as well have been wheelchairs, but no, sorry, they're all strollers, right? And the babies have been there for 6 years, but they're still babies, and they talk, and the babies talk,
What the
right?
hell is going on?
So that's what I
Yes.
don't get. Are they smarter? Because then he still kind of talks down to them like they're babies, but then they're not babies. I'm kind of confused by that.
I don't know. They're like
I am
Are they
so
babies?
confused about this, man.
Are they
It's-
babies?
They're babies.
What?
Yeah, but
What?
but
Yeah.
because they got little nub baby arms and stuff like that, as babies generally do. They can't press any of the buttons, so they're using like I don't know, like you know those Meccano sets like way back in the day and stuff like that, like the Brio sets and whatever that you have to make or whatnot. They're basically like pulling little strings so that these little mechanical hands and whatnot press the buttons for them, right? So you know they gotta have their nappy changed and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, it's 8 o'clock, time to blow your nose. So you know these hands come down and they all have to blow their noses, and they're disposed of, and so yeah, it's like, oh, there's space, and God, he just would not stop using the term space baby all the time. Space baby, space baby. It's like, shut up,
Like,
we get it, they're babies.
Yeah,
It's not
I was
bad
gonna say
comedy.
that. Like, you get it, you know? You don't need to
Yeah.
repeat it like 90% of the time. It's just like, okay, we know. We have eyes,
So-
you know? We can see.
So then you find out that I don't know, whatever planetary government is like down on the planet below, they just ran out of funding, so they just stopped the production of making babies. Go figure that one out. And all the personnel left and basically abandoned the babies. Right?
As you do.
Yeah, as normally anybody would do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, we don't have any more government funding. Yeah, well, let's just nick off. So it's run by a computer called Nanny, N-A-N-E, Nanny. Ooh,
Oh, so it's
yeah.
kind of like Mother from Aliens.
yeah,
in Aliens.
exactly.
Like the AI that
Exactly.
ran the ship. Okay.
That's right.
It
But
doesn't sound like a
Nanny,
serious show. It sounds like a parody.
it
It
is
does
so
sounds like
parody.
a parody. It
So
sounds like a parody
Nanny
of Doctor
is actually a person, another woman in another room that's probably in her late 50s, maybe
Who.
early
Okay,
60s.
okay. Are you
something like that.
sure it's a woman? Are you
Well,
sure?
okay. The person seemed like they identified as a woman. For all intents and purposes, I'm pretty sure it's a woman, but you know, this is new. You can't exactly tell. And she talks through the Nanny filter through a computer. And the reason why, the reason why she didn't want to interact with the kids is because I don't want to see any of the babies die, and I don't want them to see me die because there's limited resources. You've been on this spaceship, on this space station for 6 years, and you're worried about that? Like, are you serious? It's so
Oh
dumb.
god.
So,
It's like
So they-
everything you have told me makes me want to get drunk. I want to drink and get drunk
I
right
know.
now. That's how bad it is. It's like,
yeah.
if I didn't drink alcohol from before in real life, you know, this would have been a good point of starting drinking, man.
Yeah. Let's see. What do you drop a warrior? Dr. Ale says YouTube creators have a tough life if their job is to watch this crap for content. Dr. A says you're underpaid. Well, then I will seriously take that job, and I promise I will not throw up in people. So there we go. The offer's
right.
out. So they actually called it a baby farm. Oh yeah, that's right. That baby a baby
Yeah,
farm.
God.
So yeah, technically strollers are chairs with wheels. Well, that's true. So so
Why did
so
I
they
stop
got
with
it.
drugs, man? Why did I stop?
So the
Goddamn.
doctor finds this planet in the system where they can technically take the babies, you know, right to their proverbial doorstep, and they would take them in. But the problem is getting the station over there, right? They just don't come out to you. You have to go to them, right? But they also have to deal with the monster in the lower levels, right? So they go
Okay.
down there. They go down there to confront the monster. And one of these babies decides he's going to be brave. And with a little wooden sword, he's going to like slay the monster. Right?
Oh my god!
Hey, I'm taking a gummy and watching this later.
I know, right?
Oh, what?
Yeah. So the doctor and Rose run down there as quick as humanly possible, and the baby's gone. Right? So you figure, oh well, baby got eaten. That's pretty dark.
Are they trying to be Rick and Morty and stuff like that with the stupid stuff they do in this
I
show?
think they're trying to be worse than Rick and Morty. So they find a piece of, I don't know, goo or something like that, and there's a computer down in the bottom that can analyze this, right? And I'm not kidding. So the computer analyzes this bit of monster, and apparently the monster is made of all the boogers from the children. It's a booger monster.
What?
Yes. It's literally a booger monster.
What?
It is. And hey, Tina.
That's good writing right there.
Tina.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
that's fantastic.
My favorite dragon. Yay.
And
hey,
Canadian
Spider-Man.
Nice,
Hail, brother.
nice to see you, man.
So,
the
I
monster-
want Tom Baker to come back and beat the crap out of everybody. He just has to. Like, this is.
Yeah, right.
I know. Yes,
This doesn't sound
Dormammu,
perfect.
I agree. I miss when they made robots from piping and duct tape. I know, right? Jeez. So the monster is made out of
Exterminate. We need that now.
Yeah, the
so the monster
kill
is.
everybody.
I know. So the monster is literally made out of baby boogers, and they lead it to an airlock. And so the woman that's up above, right, the faux nanny, is gonna, like, jettison it out into space, right? Get rid of the monster.
Copy Alien some more. Yeah.
Exactly. So because that's what you do. You got to save the babies, right, from the monster, right? I mean, it only makes sense, right? So, but no, the doctor has a change of heart. You have to save the monster because it's partially human, because it's made up from the human baby boogers. So you have to save the monster too because it's part human. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
Okay, you got to take a gummy and watch this. This sounds hilarious.
I know. So
Everything needs to be redeemed now. Like, you really can't even have a villain that's just a monster.
No,
you can't even have it.
I'm not kidding. This is how the episode goes. I swear on a stack of Bibles, right? I swear to God up above, this is how the episode goes. So they lock.
Yeah, I had to look through it. I'm looking through the episode now. I just had to see what the fuck, dude. You made me what? You made me.
I want to see the booger monster take on the Golgothan. And if anybody's watching Dogma, that's the poop demon in that amazing movie of Dogma. I want to see a battle between those two now.
Oh my God! And it's horrible.
It's so weird. It's so funny that when you hear this, you think you're just making it up, but it's not. You're not. It's real. It's like, what the hell is this?
Is the monster's weakness tissue paper? Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like I walked into a sucky new doctor who didn't.
A grown adult wrote this.
I know. I know. So they lock the monster in a room, basically. But there's still the problem of, who's going to take these children in, okay, to get it over to this planet, where all the refugees apparently in the universe go. And I mean, it better be a big freaking planet, right? So what do they do? Okay, so because remember when like in Davy's final run with David Tennant, the TARDIS was able to like pull planets and stuff like that, like with that big culmination of like with Davros and the Daleks, and they make this universal destroying machine that he needed several planets, but at the end the Doctor could actually tow the Earth back into its orbit. I don't know if anybody remembers that episode, but he could just do that, right? Monsters put away, locked away. He could just use the TARDIS, bring all the babies on board, and bring it to this planet. No, you can't do that, right? So what they end up doing is they end up opening up another airlock where all the dirty diapers culminated over 6 years that's full of methane gas released, and the methane gas essentially propels the space station to the refugee planet where all the babies will be saved. That is the Space Babies episode in a nutshell, right?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
But this one, the Devil's Cord, is basically I don't know, like one of these elementals. So yeah, Dormammu. So it's kind of the plot of Monsters Inc. but with Doctor Who. Yeah, it's basically it.
When you said that the door opened up and it was all like the baby's diapers, I swear I thought you were gonna say, and then there was a monster that was made up of all their shit that had been a shit monster that conquers Bad Fur Day, and then you're throwing toilet paper at it, and it's got corn for teeth.
And you're right, pop culture rip up. Yeah, this level of writing is infantile. It is 100%.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's what, like I said in Dogma. There was the shit demon in Dogma. He was actually a demon made of poop.
Yeah.
Golgothan.
Dogma did it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard
Better.
make the plot like a full diaper, but here we are. Yeah, it's true.
Why?
Brought to you by Gerber and Pampers.
This is what happens when someone's able to write something and there's no one to stop them.
No.
Yeah, right.
Like no filter.
But this next one is even more
Unleashed.
cringe. Right? This next one is even more cringe.
Oh
because you got a really bad drag queen that first, like, and this is like, one of the beginning scenes where, there's this music teacher and, he's teaching a boy on piano and it's like, here are the keys, blah, 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 blah. Right. And then apparently there's a big thump and, I'm just going to say it because at this point, who cares? It comes out of the piano, crawls out of the
devil's
piano.
chord. Because he played the devil's chord, which was like a secret evil melody or whatever that summons. It's like, what the?
Yeah, right. So literally, it's basically Music Devil. And it's like, and all through this, I'm like, they totally stole this from the song, "Devil Went Down to Georgia," didn't they? That's probably what they did, because that ends up what ends up happening later on in this episode, essentially, right? I swear to God, they must have just adapted the song from "Devil Went Down to Georgia" and made this episode. I swear. So this boy claims that this here is his dad, right? But dresses like a woman. So it's already political correctness just out the window. It's right there, full force in your face.
Just like Friends.
Yeah, just
Matthew
like
Perry's dad.
It's like so bad. So they land in. So Rose decides, I want to see the Beatles back in 1963, right? So it's like, oh yes, I just love the Beatles. Let's just go land in 1963. It's all good. So yeah, so apparently music is like lost all its luster whatsoever because this being is like basically stealing music, right? Just stealing the music from people's hearts and stuff like that, right? And so everybody's essentially relegated to like only singing songs like Three Blind Mice and like childhood nursery rhymes that basically nobody wants to listen to, right? Including the Beatles, right? Like, I have a dog, I love my dog. My dog is the best that ever. Like, they're literally singing like this, like about their dog. It sounds so stupid. So
stupid.
It is. So essentially, the doctor essentially has to fight this entity that, I don't know, has to subjugate all sound in the universe, and literally the end of it is they basically have a music showdown, and apparently there's this cord that can banish this thing, away, like bye-bye kind of thing, this magical cord. And I swear to God, it's just basically like, do re mi fa sol la ti do, or something like that along those lines, right? It's like the most basic chords that you could ever learn. It's like this is the most retarded thing, and I swear to God, they have a showdown, with a fiddle and a piano, and it's like, oh my God,
What?
yes, I
Really?
swear, I swear, and who saves the day? Who saves the day? Because the piano that the doctor ends up playing on is shoved away into the hallway. And basically, who ends up saving the day? But it's like Paul and Ringo from the Beatles, and these notes are floating on top of the piano, and they're like looking at it, and they essentially complete the chord, which banishes away this thing. And oh my God, I just
remember on Doctor
Strange.
Remember on Doctor Strange too, when he fought the evil Doctor Strange with the music. They had a music fight. That was 1,000 times better than this shit.
Oh God! But
that wasn't even that great. But still,
and that's not even that wasn't even the best thing, because at the end of it, you think, okay, the episode's done, but it's like, huh, that's weird. There's like 10 episodes. There's like 10 minutes left.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, exactly. Because what do they end up doing? They basically end up ending the episode with a musical number.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, a musical number where everybody's prancing and dancing around.
Now, it was said in the room, I think Tina said it, like, does anybody notice it looks like Bette Midler from Hocus Pocus? It does. I can't get
it does. Yes,
Bette Midler, you look way better. No respect to you, but
exactly.
It does look like her.
I gotta say, was Ringo and Paul actually in this?
Like the Beatles? No, like the actual.
I would be
George or Paul or anything.
None of
the actual Beatles were in this.
Terrible lookalikes.
Yeah, horrible lookalikes.
Like they found some people on like Hollywood Boulevard that were like impersonating them or something. Like, all right, we need you for Dr. Who episode. Come on.
Yeah, come here.
Yeah, come here. Exactly. Got a role for you. You want $500? Come on.
But I mean,
come here. Yeah.
But I mean,
you get paid more than the She-Hulk writers. Come on.
I know.
It doesn't sound like a Doctor Who episode. It sounds like a Saturday Night Live skit. It seriously sounds like a Saturday Night Live skit.
Community did it better too with Inspector Spacetime.
Oh
yeah.
Community had a good parody.
You're right, yeah. Music performance is not what Doctor Who needed. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, somebody probably already pointed this out, but it looks like Bette Midler from Hocus Pocus. Yeah, exactly. It does.
Yeah.
It does. Jeez.
And there was a dance number in Hocus Pocus too. So
could I borrow your tissue compression device for the writers?
Oh, I put a spell on you.
Oh my God, but it was so bad. It was just so bad.
I'm so happy that I don't watch that shit
I know.
normally, man.
But something else. Okay. So there was a video that I put out last year, back in February of last year. Okay. And it was around February 3rd of last year. I put this out, okay, about Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Tomb Raider, okay, and I'm not kidding. So this is actually going to be a thing, and I called it way back last year, February of last year, that this is going to be a thing. And some people were like, "Yeah, no, I don't think so. No, there's no way." But anyway. But Amazon confirms that the Tomb Raider series for Prime Video with Phoebe Waller-Bridge as writer and executive producer is going to be happening. This is going to be a thing, people. I swear to God, this is really, honest to God, happening. So, so Amazon has confirmed. I'll just embigify this a little bit here for everybody here. So apparently Amazon has confirmed that Tomb Raider live action series for Prime Video with Fleabag star Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Notice how this came out like basically today, but they don't say indie 5-star. No, it's Fleabag star Phoebe Waller-Bridge in place as writer and executive producer. What could possibly go wrong? So the series is based on long-running Tomb Raider video game franchise. And Appion, I know you're playing this on your stream. I'm sorry. So
I just finished Rise, today. So
there you go.
Amazing games. You can't ever do those amazing games. That trilogy is amazing. They really
it is.
Yeah,
and this follows.
Like, we talked about stuff like this a long time ago with Phoebe Waller and the whole Tomb Raider stuff and all that, and now it's 100% confirmed.
Exactly.
And the fun things, the way she looks at Tomb Raider is that, Lara Croft cannot be hot, don't have big boobs, and all this kind of stuff. That's how she looks at. And I always say that, she doesn't get a lot of cock. That's why, she's sad. She doesn't get a lot of cock, so she has to make one of our favorite characters, Lara Croft, ugly. That's why, because she's jealous at this beautiful women like Sydney Sweeney and all these other people out there. She's jealous.
I don't get this uglification of it's got to be ugly.
I know.
Get it.
You can't appreciate
What's wrong
beauty
with beautiful
anymore.
women. Nothing.
But it's going to
Because all the ugly people are in places of power now, and they make the rules.
That's right. That's basically it.
Unfortunately.
But it's going to embrace the adventures of world-famous archaeologist and adventurer Lara Croft, and Amazon, which is producing the show alongside Embracer-owned Tomb Raider developer Crystal Dynamics. Oh, man. Said Tomb Raider will premiere exclusively on Prime Video in more than 240 countries and territories worldwide, but failed to mention a release window on who will play Lara Croft. God, please, for the love of God, don't be you.
Because if I don't remember wrong, last year they also talked about that we were gonna get the Marvels and WandaVision screenwriter to help with the show with her. Yep. And that's gonna be great.
Jedi Master Raven, I think a lot of people called it when she quit Mr. and Mrs. Smith because she didn't click with Donald Glover. Yeah, that's what I think so too. Vince Womack. I thought I heard Melanie Mack screaming all the way over in Europe.
She's gonna do a video standing up talking about this.
Oh, exactly. Tina, the naughty dragon, dragon smacking her head up against a wall, yelling, "No, no, no!" Exactly.
Like, I'm an old school Tomb Raider fan. I played the originals back with the tank controls. It was a pain in the ass to control, but I still love those games. And yes, she had cone-sized boobs, and that's been a big staple of what she is. And she's hot. And what's wrong with that? Like,
and she had a charming personality always.
Oh, she was kick-ass. I always liked her character. Whoever, I forget the one who voiced her, but I always liked it. It's like, she's just cool.
And that's what we need with this show thing. That's what we need is that Lara Croft that we know about, but we know it's not gonna fucking happen because of this dumbass right here.
It's the same thing with the Stellar Blade stuff that you can't be sexy in a video game.
That's
what's
right.
The thing about sexy
And that's so
stuff?
funny because that girl too is based on a real model. It's her
real life
body.
person. I know.
Yes,
it's so funny.
She's
and
real.
Dormammu's right because
it's
unattainable. We're gonna end up with this. The vagina Tomb Raider monologues. That's what we're gonna end up with. Exactly. 100%.
My vagina is a tomb, crusty and old, and never been scavenged.
Lara Croft and the 2,000-year-old tampon of Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, exactly. In this show, I bet, Lara Croft is gonna be, I can handle it all by myself, screw men and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They're gonna do something like that with.
Now, she says, if I could tell my teenage self that this was happening, I think she'd explode. Yeah, I wish she would have. Literally. Tomb Raider has been a huge part of my life. Oh, bull crap, it has. And I feel incredibly privileged to be bringing it to television with such passionate collaborators. Lara Croft means a lot to me, as she does to too many, and I can't wait to go on this adventure, bats and all.
I bet if you ask her what her favorite Tomb Raider game or whatever is, she's gonna the movie with what's her name again? Who played
Angelina Jolie?
With Angelina Jolie. Yeah. That's probably what she's gonna say. I love that one. Yeah, that's how she's gonna be like.
She would probably say all of the games are precious.
Yeah,
to me
all of them are good.
Yeah, she can't nail down one because she never probably played them.
All of them are good.
All.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
The first one good, and the last one good. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, right? Last year, Phoebe Waller-Bridge said she'd hoped to develop something dangerous and exciting with the Tomb Raider TV show. There's room to do something really quite dangerous, she said. Yeah, dangerous meaning we're just going to take all your expectations and they're going to be flushed down the toilet. So, and if I can do something dangerous and exciting with Tomb Raider, I already have an audience of people who love Lara and hopefully will continue to. And that is very unusual. That's a very unusual position to be in. It's the old Trojan horse. Ooh, well, there's a little bit of a watchword right there. Trojan horse.
How much
So
you want to
basically-
bet too? They'll change her origin where she won't be like from a life of privilege and like be super rich and shit. Because that's not
Exactly.
like the protagonist they want. It's not for the people. So they'll make her probably like struggling or something, like living in a shitty apartment or something. You know what I mean? Like to be
That's
more
her
like
story.
everybody
It's
else.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they'll change it though.
Yeah. Lara Croft, what's wrong with her having huge tracts of land? Yes, says Tina. Yeah, exactly.
Anybody
She's
get that
rich.
reference, by the way? Huge.
Yes.
tracts of land. It's either Benny Hill or
Huge.
Monty Python. It's like, yeah.
Oh,
And there's
God.
been
Yeah,
a problem, with so many shows and stuff like that. You get people who doesn't understand the lore or care about how they look and all this kind of stuff. And how hard is it to actually get someone who actually understands the universe and actually wants to respect it? How hard is it really? God damn.
Exactly.
Let Melanie Mack make a fucking show or movie about Tomb Raider, because she could have done it really well because she's a big fucking fan.
Yeah. So Waller Bridge is no stranger to the action adventure drama, thanks to scripting James Bond film No Time to Die, which was because
The movie where they killed James Bond. Yeah,
yeah,
great
exactly. And he wasn't even
Yeah,
007
right,
anymore.
right, yeah.
Yeah, because it was a
that's
strong
right.
female woman
Yeah.
of diversity. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yes.
How'd that
And
work
more
out for you?
recently, oh yeah, exactly. And more recently, starring in
I
Indiana
forgot that
Jones,
movie.
Dial of Density. So,
Oh,
and we all
God.
know how that did, didn't we?
It was a 10
But-
out of 10, the best movie ever. Come
Yeah.
on.
Totally. But she revealed her appreciation for the Tomb Raider franchise dates back even further. My parents were very smart because they didn't actually limit me, she recalled playing Tomb Raider. They could sense that I was just going to game myself into the ground. And I did. I doubt that. I packed the PlayStation away and I was like, I've got to not do that because I've got to write and read and do other stuff.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
I don't
That's-
believe you.
Yeah.
Nobody's playing
Yep.
that game of pack.
Lion.
Yes,
It was
Liar.
all lies.
exactly.
Why fuck you lying?
So, Tomb Raider announcement follows Amazon's hugely successful Fallout TV show, which was created in close collaboration with Fallout developer Bethesda. Meanwhile, Crystal Dynamics and Amazon Games are working together to develop and publish a new multi-platform Tomb Raider game. Oh boy, can't wait for that to happen. The as yet untitled game is described as a single player narrative driven action adventure. Narrative driven. Yay. Like we never heard that before. And an all new next chapter to Lara Croft's legendary explorations in the Tomb Raider franchise. A release window has yet to be announced.
I don't want them to reboot it again.
No.
I actually like that last series. Of
Yeah, that's
games.
what I'm saying. I liked her origin story in those games and
Yeah.
her becoming a Tomb Raider. Like, I don't need to see her
And they
struggle
play
and
good.
shit.
Laura is easy to move around. It's unlike the originals. It plays perfectly.
Just
I love
wait.
it.
Just
Get Lizzo to
wait.
play Lara.
Oh, God.
And you know,
Don't get him ideas.
what really would have made me like Phoebe Waller-Bridge if she would have posted like a picture of herself with the controller and the game, and one of the Tomb Raider games is on, and she's like, "Sorry guys, can't talk right now, doing research for my new show or something," and she's playing Tomb Raider. That
right.
would make
That's
that would be perfect. That would
It
make me
would.
believe you more, and
Actually,
then you
show
look more
that you're doing
fun.
research.
Yeah, I'm doing research. Gosh, work is hard, and she's playing Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Oh, it's so hard to do research when you can have fun at the same time playing a
Yeah.
game.
You have
Oh,
such
games
an
are
amazing
hard.
job right
Don't
there.
say no.
Lara
Anybody
Croft.
played them? Oh, the tank controls on those original Lara Croft ones. Oh, they can be a pain to play.
Oh, I know, right? Lara Croft, the black self-made woman from the ghetto.
Yeah, it'll be like Robin Hood.
Yes. Oh
Yes.
my God.
And
This
we're
is
gonna
gonna
get
be
more condoms in a
such
jar.
bomb. Yes.
She be raiding. She be raiding tunes.
Raider. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I love the new ones
Oh my
though, because
God.
the controls were so much better than the originals. So,
They
yeah.
were. Tina the Naughty Dragon says it's really sad the different companies have determined to kill Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, James Bond, and other shows that I love people keep a hold of your DVDs of these old versions of these shows. Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Yep, and
Exactly.
that's what I've always
100%.
been. That's something I've always been saying too. When it comes to older physical media, keep them because a lot of new physical media, a lot of those movies are getting changed with dialogue and
Yep.
other stuff, and they have been in the. It has been in the talks lately this year that they might use AI to change dialogue and remove dialogue from certain movies and TV shows because it's offensive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that, yeah.
Exactly. That's right. Physical media for the win. Precisely
Yep,
it. And
especially old
Bomber,
ones.
yeah, the K's will describe themselves as they, them.
I'm a they them, thank you.
Well,
Yes, that's right.
Let me
And you
give you
can't go inside them without consent.
I'll give you an example. One of my favorite TV shows was called WKRP. If anybody hasn't seen that, it's DJs. If you watch the new WKRP, they've totally recensored it because they don't have the rights to the music. The music helped create that show. That's why you can have the
Yeah.
originals. So,
Yeah.
Did you enter my gaping maw?
What?
Don't worry, I asked if it was okay first.
Yes, that's right. I got
She doesn't even
permission.
look like a
and
lawyer.
You have clearance.
That's right.
It's just no.
Oh God, but no, I thought, yep. I said this over a year ago, and yeah, I'm just going to share it again. This is not going to turn out good for Amazon, especially with Phoebe Waller-Bridge as the exclusive producer and the writer on this, because it's not going to be Tomb Raider. It's not going to be the Tomb Raider. It's not.
Well,
I enjoyed
from
it
the
back in
rumor
the 90s.
The rumor is they're going to make her lesbian also. That's a rumor.
Oh God, why wouldn't that
Yeah, right?
surprise me? Yeah.
That would
So,
not surprise me at all.
Vince, I'd rather watch the Tomb Raider like show with Tia Carrere. Oh yeah, what was it? What was it called again? Relic
The
Hunter.
librarian. Oh, Relic Hunter.
Relic
okay.
Hunter. Yeah, Relic Hunter with Tia Carrere. I thought, you know what? It was a quaint show. It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't the best show, but I mean, it was Tomb Raider-esque, which I didn't mind whatsoever. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad of a show. I remember that when the Tomb Raider vibe was hot at the time. But yeah, Tomb Raider, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, crap. So,
The Angelina Jolie movies, they were fun. I didn't even mind the
They
last
were.
one.
The
last
Alicia Valenka or whatever her
she
name
did a
is.
great job as portraying. Now,
Yeah.
she didn't have the big boobs, no, but she played Laura really well,
Yeah.
and it was based after the newer series of games. And I was
Yeah,
like,
with
oh, I like-
Alicia Vikander because
yeah,
her
I
Swedish
actually
last
didn't mind
name.
her. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, it's but this just
She's
sounds
from my
like crap.
fellow, she's from my neighbor country. So
I just thought the bike
There you go.
messenger part was dumb as fuck. Like the whole making her a bike messenger and like the whole paint thing. That part was
Oh,
dumb.
yeah,
like
yeah.
like wasted
her
screen
movie was
time. I'd rather her
fine.
see Tomb Raider stuff, but that was the only part that was like, this is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
filler.
yeah.
This is like filler time. Go
It's pretty much it.
to the island already.
Let's see. Did you hear the latest
Yeah.
Nick Cage news?
Spider-Man Noir show from Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's
pretty
been
different.
in the talks for a long time now. So it's actually just waiting for it to be announced because they've talked about it for God how long now.
I saw some announcement like last night or something. So I think there was some recent announcement made. I think they greenlit it or something.
Yeah, because
I think
it
it's
was in the talks. It was in the talks for a long time.
Yeah.
And we didn't hear much about it after. We just heard about, there's some rumors and people talking about it. And then now it's confirmed.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. But see, now we're at the top of the hour and just lagging a little bit behind. Let's take a brief commercial break before we get into the next segment. So here we go.
Hello? Hello?
911, what's the nature of your emergency?
Mein Automobil ist on Fritz.
Your automobile's on the fritz?
Ja, yes! Mein Automobil ist on the Fritz.
That's not really an emergency now, is it, sir?
Nein, mein Automobil ist on the Fritz.
All right, don't call back here again.
Hallo? Ein Moment, Fritz, bitte. Hallo? Hallo?
All right. That was a good commercial.
That was a good commercial.
Hello.
Hello. See, that's the kind of commercial my mom would just love. 100%. Being German, of course. Yeah.
I like how patient Fritz was too. Very nice.
Poor
I
Fritz.
know. Yeah.
Just waiting, you know.
He was probably Canadian. So,
I'm
no,
sorry,
don't let me bother you.
German Canadian.
That's right. My God. Oh, but anyway, on to the next article. Oh my God. Yeah, it was brilliant. I love it. I was gonna play
Brilliant.
some of the language was colorful, so maybe on a Friday I'll get to it or something like that. But anyway, but this I thought was rather odd. Into the realm of Star Wars, and I was watching some Star Wars earlier today, and I just missed the old stuff, and then I saw this article. It's like, well, this is kind of different. This from Cosmic Book News: The Mandalorian and Grogu. Sigourney Weaver in talks for Star Wars movie. Now, this I got to shake
Please let
my
her
head
play
at.
an alien. Please let her play an alien. That would be
I know.
perfect.
A legend in sci-fi, the actress looks to be joining Jon Favreau's new movie along with the return of Pedro Pascal. So
how much is Pedro gonna be in the movie? Because he didn't like to be in the suit. How much?
Yeah, I know.
He can phone it in. He'll phone it in literally. Like they'll just have him record, and then they'll play the ADR. It'll be somewhat like a stuntman always. Easy gig.
Well, I like one of the stuntmen because it's Lateef. Lateef, I think it's Crowder or something, or Crowd or something like in his last name. I used to watch him on YouTube long before he became famous. Yeah, and then he joined some movies with Tony Jaa. He was in a Tekken movie, the first one they did, the live action, and he played Eddie in that one. And I used to love him back in the day because he was just a YouTuber. He started as a YouTuber doing stunts and all this kind of stuff and making shorts and stuff. And then he became a real stunt man and all that. So I that's the only, why can't he just play the Mandalorian instead? Come on.
Yeah. Go figure. Franker says it's not going to be a crossover with Alien, is it?
Disney owned both.
Yeah.
Disney owned both. So.
Yeah. Oh God, that's right too.
The xenomorphs have a seat on the council.
Yes.
Don't get close to them. Acid spit.
Don't get closer. Yeah.
Just alien queens. Oh,
Quarantine.
Little known fact: people forget that Blade Runner and Aliens is in the same universe.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
They 100%. I always wanted to see the crossover in that one because they are in the same universe.
So this is really odd news, and so the report goes now: Sigourney Weaver may be coming to a galaxy far, far away, as it is reported that the actress is in talks in the upcoming Star Wars movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu. God, they really got, they really got to work.
Such
on
a
that
unique
title.
name,
Yeah. No other details are known other than Weaver is in talks to join the cast. So
please be an alien. Put her in makeup. Please. Put her in makeup. Let her be some crazy Star Wars alien. Something. I like, nothing wrong with her face, but I just don't want to see her be like herself, like they did kind of with like Christopher Lloyd, where he's just there. It's like he was a Klingon. Yeah. Like put him in makeup or something. Have fun with it.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna make her beat up Mando himself, and she's gonna take over because she's gonna be a strong female in it, right?
And after, of course, then he just keeps getting kicked down. He's down. First you lost the dark saber, now you can't even beat me, an old woman. This is the way.
Be in a power suit and all that kind of stuff. So just back away from that baby, you bitch, as she's telling the Mandalorian.
I could totally see them doing something like that, like a little aliens reference like that.
Oh God, can you imagine? Jeez. Oh, and Wendy Trumpet Warrior for 19.99 super chat. Thank you, Wendy. I really appreciate it. Dr. A is paying Wendy for this super chat. They are ready to start closing the patient. When Dr. A has Wendy and Margaret helping him, the case goes fast. It's about to get busy. Everyone have a great week. Well,
closing time.
Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it. And this one is for you guys.
Your phone ringing. Your phone ringing.
Yeah.
Your phone ringing. Your phone ringing.
Just as funny the second time.
I know.
Exactly.
Never-
Wendy,
never good.
thank you very much for that. Wendy and team and Dr. A and Roxanne. Thank you very much for that super chat. I really, really appreciate it, guys.
Songs in my head. Damn it.
And yeah, well, you guys have fun and just keep on listening. So Dormammu says, yeah, Grogu should be in Deadpool of the Star Wars universe. He already got Rocky, Last of Us, and Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Jeez. Dead Grogu pool. I don't know. So-
Deadpool just grabs them. Oh, you're so cute, and throws them away into the fire or something.
Yeah, exactly. I need one of these, and then just tosses it. Frank. But Disney and Lucasfilm first announced that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie back in January, with word that Jon Favreau is directing. I'm starting to wonder about that because, you know, lately we've just been hearing here and there that Jon Favreau has just had it with Disney and he just wants to quit, or he has quit. So I don't know what's going on with that. I didn't even know what to believe anymore.
Hopefully they gave him some creative control back again, because I feel like maybe that's what made him uninterested or not as into it, being like, you know, restrained. Because like he had some great stuff. Like the first season of Mando was great.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's an awesome show. The first season, yeah. And
first two were awesome, I thought.
I like season 2 also. I didn't hate season 2.
And he actually
the Crate Dragon was really cool. It was fun to see one of those in live action and stuff. And
he stood up for Gina from what I remember too. So when they let go of Gina, he was standing up for her. So it's like, you know, he was
the whole cast did.
Yeah.
No.
I was like
The only good parts with Mandalorian is her. So
yeah. Well, except for Pedro Pascal.
And Carl Weathers, rest in peace.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss him.
I'm sorry, I cried when Luke came out. That first, like when you seen Luke, I was in tears.
I like that scene. I thought that was all fan service, but hey, the show kind of needed it at that point, and the Star Wars needed it. So, and it's Luke Skywalker, and it happened after Last Jedi, so it was like such a nice palate cleanser after that movie ruins Luke, and then we get to see who he really is.
Made it fire worse. I thought it made it fire worse, man.
No,
I hate it when it came out there with the AI CGI'd face, and I fucking hated it, man. And then you just see Mando, it's like they don't know who he really is, and just it was so fucking stupid.
Dormammu says, put Grogu inside the patient and tell him they're now the new Sigourney. There you go. That works for the trauma team. Yeah. Put Grogu
He's
in
already
there.
driven around droids. He knows how to do it.
That's right. Let's see. Vince, yeah, they should add more bounty hunting in it. Same with the Blubber Fat show. Yes. Right?
Yeah,
that's
what
right.
we were promised with Mandalorian 2, that it was going to be more like that, but they didn't. And
I
with
know.
Boba Fett, yes, it should have been Boba Fett, not what the fuck they did with that show. It should have been Boba Fett, and actually make him as the expanded universe and make him how he was in the first movie, and then how he created his character lore and everything. He's a badass character. He would not be as stupid as he was in the goddamn show. He would, he would hesitate to kill people. He wouldn't hesitate to anything. And
I know.
No.
Friggin' Super Power Rangers Vespas on top of that. God, I hated that.
Oh,
Jeez.
yeah. So stupid.
That was one of the worst things about that Boba Fett show.
Obi-Wan and Boba Fett
it.
were so bad, both of them. They were just
and how they treat and the way they made the sand people and all that stupid shit. It's like, dude, they hate technology, man. They do not like this kind of technology at all. That's kind of part of their character. But no, they're gonna be fine with it at the end because Boba Fett learns. I mean, they're not big fan of humans either. They're not the biggest fans.
God, they're not fans of anybody.
Oh,
not really.
In their downtime, they like to take pot shots at pod racers while they're just going by. Just maybe I can hit this pilot and kill him. Did he do anything to you? No, I just like to do this.
Oh, look, there's some Jawas down there too. Let's shoot them. Pew 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 pew.
They're gonna come by and steal our junk later. We're doing tattooing a service.
I know. We're just cleaning up the joint. So
yep.
Rodent infestation.
But no, it was
It's
It
like
was,
when I
oh
what I
my God.
remember also in the expanded universe. In expanded universe, we have one character and he becomes Darth Krayt at the end of the story. And he's been there for a long time. Been a Jedi. All this kind of stuff. But he grew up with the Sand People and stuff like that, and it was kind of different. But the story made sense, and it actually had a point. And the same time, they're not big a fan of humans and stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, they should probably do research on who the Sand People are and stuff. But yeah, it's
That would help. Dormammu also, F Boba Fett, make it a Fennec Shan. So, my God, no, God,
right,
no.
right.
No, the original Boba Fett's a
The last
badass
thing
though.
we did.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
becomes the Mandalore in a cool way, and he also, again, they talk about diversity all the time. God damn it, Boba Fett in the expanded universe, one of his companions were gay and got married in the expanded universe. It's always been LGBT friendly in Star Wars for many goddamn years, and
That's
yeah,
so dumb. So THR adds in their report about Sigourney Weaver joining the Mandalorian and Grogu that Pedro Pascal is expected back as Mando. Well, we kind of figured that. So it's also said filming is expected to take place later this year, which will be the first Star Wars movie to start production in 6 years since Rise of Skywalker back in 2018. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6 years ain't long enough. I'll tell you that
No,
much.
it wasn't 6 years. That movie never happened. It doesn't exist in my
No,
world.
it doesn't. No. Remember, it's not canon if you accept that it's canon.
Exactly.
That's right. When it comes to sci-fi and science fiction, Sigourney Weaver is a legend as she starred in Ridley Scott's Alien franchise as Ripley. And she's also known for the Ghostbusters movie, which recently returned in Afterlife, and where Weaver also stars in Disney's Avatar movies. So, and I'm okay with Sigourney Weaver. I have no problems with Sigourney Weaver as an actress whatsoever. She's great as an actress. Loved her in Alien. She's fun in Ghostbusters. Avatar, I'm more like, whatever. It's, I don't know. This just seems very odd to me. It just seems so very odd just to associate Sigourney Weaver and Star Wars. It's just,
But I give her a nod. She does get a pass with me because of her past. I mean, and Ripley was a badass character.
She's a sci-fi icon.
Yeah, and
she's always be one.
Unless you're a certain other actress, she's the actual first person or one of the earlier first.
Oh, Jennifer Lawrence forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Oops.
She's a badass in those films, and she's an awesome character. So yeah, I'll give her the pass and wait to see it because
And she was so much fun in Galaxy Quest.
Yeah. That's another one. I was like, there's something else that we're missing. Galaxy Quest.
I know.
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest. Exactly. Loved her Galaxy Quest. I'm doing exactly what the computer's doing. Oh my God.
See, the Avatar, she was more of a scientist type thing, so she was more mellow in the Avatar films. That's why she was like, she wasn't a badass. She was more of a scientist. But we know.
See, I would put her almost pretty much like as a sci-fi queen, Sigourney Weaver.
100%. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have like this, like the big females of sci-fi, Sigourney Weaver is like definitely at the top.
Oh, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
her and Sarah
100%.
Connor are like, they're fighting for the top.
Yeah, exactly right. But I think Sigourney Weaver's probably just done a lot more when it comes to like science fiction-y kind of stuff.
Actually, Carrie Fisher's at the top, and then
that's true. Yes,
he does too.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that.
Weaver credit for one thing. She still looks good for her age too. So
that's true.
I don't know.
100%.
But she's a badass.
I want her to be an alien. That would just be something fun and different. I want to see her like a Twi'lek maybe or something, like just something not a human character.
Yeah,
Star Wars needs more alien characters, I feel like.
And I know Star Wars doesn't do heavy violence, but you can have her punch through somebody's stomach and come out to the back, and then she's sitting there lifting him up, and then just it would seem iconic. But anyway, that's just
Is that from Alien Resurrection?
I think so. Yeah. Vince Womack, remember when OG Kenobi said the blaster points on the Sandcrawler were too precise to be for sand people, but they can't hit a 800-mile-per-hour pod racer from a mile away? Yeah, exactly, right?
While they're going that fast, it's like the most impressive sniper shot in history.
I know. It's like zoom. Oh, hit it, nailed it. So, frig, it was so unbelievable. I love that. And FKHC's here. Hey, Red Rum to you too, dude. So
that's what Annie did to the Sand People. Red Rum.
Yeah, exactly. Franklin Walker. Yeah, Galaxy's Quest is my third favorite Star Trek movie behind Con and First Contact. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. I will agree with that.
I can agree with that too.
Yep. So it's such a fun movie, and it's hard to believe that's like 30, I think almost 30 years old.
Mm-hmm. With an all-star cast, you know, especially at the time.
It's hard to believe. But yeah, this was actually one of the mock paintings, I guess, for the Mandalorian Grogu movie or something.
It looks like they took one of those like sideshow like scale figures, and then they like put a fake background behind them. That's what it looks like a action figure shot.
If there's one thing I do like, it's production art.
100%.
Because
the concept arts like that they would play at the credits after the end of each episode were so beautiful. That was one of my favorite like credits to a show. Is like I would never want to stop watching before the credits were completely done because of all that concept art. I just love that.
Or some of the movie posters. That's why I want to get a collection of some of the classic movie posters because the art's usually amazing.
It is. And I agree with Appion. You know, I would do that too, right? I would just like normally, you know, you skip over the credits or anything like that. But yeah, I would stick around for the end credits because I just love that production art.
I think we're trained to stick to the credits now. Like for certain films, we just don't leave. It's kind of
there might be something else after. You know?
Exactly.
Might be a 30-second scene you're missing.
I even did the same thing with Indy 5. I did. I 100% admit that. I thought, no, just in case, knowing Disney, they would. I know they said it was going to be the last indie film, but I just had to watch it all the way to the end, just in case they would sneak something in there, like Indiana Jones will return again or something like that, right? Just some sort of bullcrap kind of thing they would put at the end. Yeah, and they didn't, and it's like, damn it, jeez, I hate this. So. But what ends up happening is I have loved telling these stories set in the rich world that George Lucas has created, said Favreau when the film was first announced. The prospect of bringing the Mandalorian and his apprentice Grogu to the big screen is extremely exciting. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have ushered into Star Wars the new and beloved characters, and this story is a perfect fit for the big screen, says Kathleen Kennedy. I don't care what Kathleen Kennedy has to say whatsoever. So, and apparently this is supposed to be coming out next year, 2026. So I'm okay with Jon Favreau. 100%.
2 years from now. 2 years from now.
Oh, 2 years? Oh, thank God. That's even better.
So like they're gonna have to go to work then if it's like a year from now. I'm like, well, that's gonna be a quick shoot.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm still looking forward to it, contrary to what she says. I don't care what she says.
No, I couldn't give two craps about what she says whatsoever.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know if I should be excited about this or just biding my time, wondering what could possibly go wrong.
Go back to the formula for the first 2 seasons and we'd be okay. And who knows? Maybe Gina will be back by then.
You never know. That's an idea. I never quite thought
the whole fans would be like,
yeah,
it's okay. That would be,
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So, but yeah, what do you guys think about Sigourney Weaver joining in the Mandalorian movie? Anybody okay with that? I'm just kind of wondering.
I don't care, to be honest, because I don't care about the Mandalorian. I don't care about it, man. I don't care.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, exactly. This is ending up to be actually quite a quick news day.
But I'm looking forward to it because I enjoyed this first season, and the second one was bad too. After that, I got like, but I enjoyed it. I like Sigourney. She's like you said, she's on the Mount Rushmore female badasses. So give her a chance. I'm gonna give her a chance.
Okay.
I just don't want her looking like her with some Star Wars clothes on. That's lazy as fuck. I want her to be dressed like an alien.
Because
full on makeup.
She's known for
Yeah,
Alien. And
yeah,
stuff.
she's known for
There's a
Alien.
joke
Yeah,
for it too, yeah.
Exactly. You just
Well,
can't
that would make it
separate
fun.
from that. That's why I find it so odd. Yeah, and I think Gina would never work for Disney again, says Vince. Well, yeah, and I don't blame her.
I don't blame her. Mind you, if they charge, here's this much money, okay. I mean, everybody they can.
Didn't she talk about that recently? That she could, like, she wouldn't mind it, but she did talk about it that she wouldn't mind it. But before, there's still a lot of stuff going on. But she would love to come back if she.
There
got the
is.
chance to.
I think she'd be awesome again. She was so good in that role. God,
I think with Favreau should be okay with working with him.
Oh yeah,
but I think just with Kathleen Kennedy possibly still hanging around.
Wishful thinking for us fans that
and a lot of other people too with her that agrees with Kathleen. So that's the problem with those people.
Yeah, that's true. But J-Law was the first of all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry.
We all owe our lives to J-Law.
Jennifer
Psycho Man says, yeah, it's fine with Weaver, but I'm more curious to see Linda Hamilton in the final season of Stranger Things. Yeah, that's a thing as well.
That is funny that you're actually mentioning that because I'm actually right now I'm wearing a hoodie of Stranger Things.
Nice.
I like Stranger Things a lot. I thought the Vecna season was good.
Oh,
I liked him as a villain. I thought, and that use of that running up that hill song, I was like obsessed with that song for weeks after that song. After that, the show did, I just kept listening to the song over and over again.
Yeah, and I liked that it was Jamie Campbell Bower who played him. I know he's a good singer, good actor, and a lot of people remember him from Sweeney Todd. He was the kid in Sweeney Todd who was singing "Falling in Love with the Girl,"
Joanna.
Yeah, and he's just a fantastic singer and actor and everything. And a lot of his songs is really Christian based, actually. Sometimes, yeah.
Tina, the Naughty Dragon says the director for that will either be fired before the movie starts being filmed or replaced halfway through, like every director for Star Wars projects was Disney. Yeah, well, I mean, it happened with Solo. Halfway through, they got done. Oh, it's like, no, we're gonna take you guys off and replace you with Ron Howard. So
on a quick note, since I'll jump on the Star Wars news. Did you hear? I think it was the actor who played Jar Jar. He said he'd like to do a Jar Jar Binks John Wick style film.
Yeah, I
would watch that.
So would I.
Because he's kind of like Domino, which I was noticing last time I watched Phantom Menace, where he just fumbles into the action and then starts killing droids. They're stuck on his leg. He's flailing around. He's shooting droids perfectly. That would be an interesting movie. Him just falling into action.
Have you guys seen the new Lego trailer that we are gonna get Darth Jar Jar?
Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Yes. I saw that, and that's so funny.
Jar Jar Binks in like a Tucker and Dale versus Evil type of scenario where he's not accidentally killing anybody. They're just accidentally killing themselves around him.
Yeah, right.
He said didn't do it. He's to jump in the wood chipper.
Yeah, I hated Jar Jar.
Exactly.
These last three films redeemed him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He was redeemed after these last three films.
That's true. Well, there was something else that I wanted to point out because I know later on this year,
Jar Jar Binks was great from the beginning. He was great from the beginning. I don't care what people say. He's a great fucking character. He's funny. Everybody who hates him, you are retarded. I might love a lot of you, but you're retarded. But I love some of them who hate. I have a lot of friends who doesn't like him, but they're still retards. But yeah, it's my opinion. Thank you.
And it's a good opinion.
No, I agree. Yeah.
But there was
I love that exchange with him and Qui-Gon where he's like, Mr. Speck, and then Jar Jar's like, just because you could talk doesn't mean you're intelligent. That's like that's such a good line.
It's like so good, especially in this day and age now.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was one other thing because I know Venom 3 is coming out later on this year as well. And there was something kind of being teased about that, who the next villain could be. And so I kind of seeing how it's
Madam Web.
Tuesday.
Madam Web is the villain.
Yeah.
Rolling back into theaters.
Imagine, I would laugh.
Okay, so
Man.
I think the first movie was decent. I did not like the second one. Was a lot of problems, but of course the scenes with Tom Hardy and Venom still funny and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But did not like how they treated Carnage and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm a big Venom guy, Carnage guy, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I'm I don't have a lot of hopes for Venom 3. I really don't.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, KK thinks Spaceballs in Star Wars canon never before was fueled by mentioned until she took control. Oh my god, yeah.
Hey,
Imagine.
I rather have
Dude.
Spaceballs as in the real Star Wars continuity and the sequels.
Oh my
Yes.
god. Yeah, the
100%.
plot of Last Jedi. We're gonna chase them down. We're gonna have a space chase. But are we gonna shoot them? No. We're gonna wait till they run out of gas.
Yeah.
Let them go out of gas first, man. You know?
Then
Man.
we'll use the tractor beam.
But yeah, exactly. Oh jeez. But I thought this was kind of interesting as well because yeah, the movie's coming out, and you know, yeah, it's Sony. Sure, Madam Web didn't do good. Sure, Mobius didn't do that well.
But Morbius was fucking great.
But
Fight me.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you say so.
I loved it. I loved Morbius. I have it on 4K. a
Really?
Steel edition. Yes. 'Cause I
Why?
loved the movie.
Hey,
Because I
hey,
loved
if,
the movie.
as long
I
as
loved
remember,
it.
Mike, remember, as long as he's happy with it, and everybody's
Hey,
winning. So.
I said
That's
this back in
right.
the day
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
came out. I said it was the best movie of the year. That's
Matt
how much
Smith
I loved it.
dancing. Matt
Put
Smith
down the
dancing
pipe,
is
put down the
is a
pipe.
great scene.
Matt
I
Smith,
love
yes,
that scene. I'm
yes.
not gonna lie.
But I loved the
Yeah.
movie. The movie reminded me of movies that I do love, like Underworld, Blade, and so many other things. It reminded me of the stuff that I love, and it was created the way I love movies. And it's
Well, that's
just
like
like,
me. I like Tom Hardy as Venom. Most people hate him. I like it. I think he does a great Venom myself.
well, yeah, he does a great Eddie Brock, great Eddie, great Venom. He does a great fucking job.
Yeah.
And that's why I
Yeah.
say the first movie was pretty decent, and I heavily enjoyed it. Just it was too short, of course, because they did cut down the movie. I just did not like the sequel, and it was Andy Serkis who created the movie, and there was a lot of issues with the story.
I didn't
But
mind Woody Harrelson playing Carnage, but they didn't do him right. I don't find.
they didn't do him right. That's
No,
the
no.
thing. He would never fall in love either the way he did. He would never.
And literally her
And-
power is his fucking weakness. It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
I know, right?
Yeah. So it was a lot of
And
stupid
hey,
things.
Rocco
as a system,
and
but-
Real Wade Nation Gaming. How's it
Hey,
going, guys? Nice
Wade,
to see ya.
my good friend. But no, so it was
Yeah,
a lot of these
it-
issues in it,
It does.
but
The Last Jedi does deserve a reward. Razzies. Yeah.
but
I was
But
like,
I
where's
will
he
say,
going?
even though Venom 2 had a lot of these issues, it was a lot better than a lot of the other stuff we get from Disney, Marvel, MCU
100%,
right
yeah.
now.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah. So Venom 3 teases a possible villain thanks to merchandise given to the crew. Now the flick is only 5 months away, and Sony recently moved up the release date to October. So fans
Hey,
are hungry
October
for
is my
any
month.
news. That's right.
That's my birthday
So,
month.
The official title is The Last Dance, which
Yeah, it's
sees
so
Tom
weird.
Hardy.
Michael
It is.
Jordan. What the
Yeah. Save the last dance for me.
Yeah,
Which
right?
sees Tom Hardy, return as Eddie Brock with the alien symbiote Venom. So whoever they got to do like the Venom symbiote, like the voice for the Venom symbiote.
Symbiote.
I love it.
According to Jenny Slade.
That's Tom
Yeah,
Hardy.
exactly.
Tom Hardy is
Symbiote.
the voice. Tom Hardy is the voice.
Oh, is it?
Yes, that's Tom Hardy. He plays Venom too, the
You know what?
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't really pay attention to that. So
Yeah, that's his
Oh,
voice. He
interesting.
does a great fucking
Okay.
Venom voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's that's one of my favorite lines at the end when he's fighting Riot. He's got shit you wouldn't believe. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you think I'm good? He's got insane stuff.
He's got insane stuff, Eddie.
Yeah,
Like,
he has way better powers than me.
Great way to instill a vote of confidence there.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
So, what did the crew receive? Now, thanks to the stunt team, official merch has been given to the crew, which made its way
Anti-Venom.
online. So
Yep.
the crew were
I guess.
given cool Venom 3 hats and t-shirts where if you take a close look, it might reveal the villain of the movie. Okay, well then what does this merch look like? Well, I'm going to show you guys on screen here. and this is what the merch looks like.
Like,
So,
Oh no, the green one. Oh, they think they set him up in the first one. The one cop guy or whatever got infected, or something
I
like
think
that.
so. So, Vince Womack, will Venom finally get the spider logo on his chest? I don't know. That's a good question.
No, because
Probably
of
not.
Disney and
No.
Sony. No, because there's still a lot of deals they have been going through and stuff like that. So that means no Venom logo yet, unfortunately. But they did tease
No,
that
probably not.
Venom. They did tease a bit of Venom was left in the MCU world, whatever you want to call it. So that's probably, if they're going to use that later on, that's when it's probably going to get the logo. But again, you have to remember that the logo now in the comics is not the Spider-Man logo anymore. It's actually a dragon
Exactly.
from the symbiote family, the Clintar, and stuff like that. Kind of stupid in the comics, but that's how it is.
Yeah. So it does remind me of one villain in the comic books, like, because I don't know how many symbiotes there are running around in the whole Spider-Verse kind of thing, but I believe it could be, let me go back to it. It could be this one, Lasher.
It could be Lasher,
or Toxin.
Or
it could be
Toxin,
Toxin, it could be Lasher.
Yeah, it could be one of them. The colors do add up.
BB Venom face. Yeah, Lady Gaga. Jeez. Let's see. He gets a PS5 logo on his chest, Vince. Oh, yeah, that's right. But I mean, it's a possibility. Not exactly sure. So we see the 3 is in green, like you guys just saw, and the hat has 3 slashes. Well, obviously, because that means Venom 3, right? That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't get sued by Monster Energy drinks.
No, probably not. No.
The 3
but
green flashes.
Yeah. But it could be the villain symbiote Lasher. So in the Marvel Comics, Lasher is a green symbiote who bonded with mercenary Ramon Hernandez, who is one of the 5 symbiotes forcibly spawned from the Venom symbiote by the Life Foundation. Apparently, Lasher can manipulate his biomass and has 3 tentacles on each side. Well, that's kind of interesting. In the Venom movies, the Life Foundation found 4 symbiotes and experimented on them on humans. And at the end of the first movie, Venom battles Riot and destroys the probe with all the symbiotes. So maybe one of them escaped. That's an interesting theory.
Because I also thought there's a guy in like the first movie that there's like a frame where his eyes glow or something like this, and it's like a blink and you'll miss it scene. Trying to remember, I think that was in the first one, and it was like setting up that he was like a symbiote in disguise, like hiding out, but we didn't really know who he was yet. I'm thinking maybe that was Lasher, like they set him up already in the first movie. We just didn't know.
But when I saw the picture, I also started thinking about, I hope it's not Sleeper that they're gonna use. It could be, because he has more of that green color. The green color that we have on the merch is more neonish green styled, and Sleeper is the son of Eddie and Venom in a way. It's kind of weird. It's like it's not really the son to Eddie, but Eddie, this is from the comic First Host that Marvel did. It's really weird, a weird fucking comic. It's called The First Host. Then you also find out that Venom was on an alien Krieg thing before all this. Yeah, and Sleeper is so Sleeper is their child, and a lot of the fan base have been asking and wanting Eddie and Venom to get that child together. So it could be a possibility it is their son that they gain together, so they both become parents in the last movie.
Will we see like a pregnant Eddie Brock?
No, it's Venom who creates shit. If you remember, because remember, a lot of these other characters, like we see, like with Scream and Carnage, they are the kids of Venom. A lot of them are the kids of Venom originally, other than the movies. Other than Carnage was luckily still the kid to to Venom, but so there are possibilities of Toxin, Lasher, and also Sleeper. And the color reminded me way too much of Sleeper.
You'd have to get Sigourney Weaver on that case.
Mm-hmm.
Birthing Eddie Brock, birthing more symbiotes. So Vince is like, oh my god, the Goa'uld have come to the MCU. Yeah, exactly right.
I need more food now. I'm eating for 3.
Yeah,
Hey.
exactly right.
And
More
this
brains,
is Sleeper,
Eddie.
and this is Sleeper, their son. This is Sleeper, their son that they have together. And it is a weird story because a lot of people did ship Eddie and Venom together like a homosexual couple, and they kind of did that in a way in this one. They're not gay, but they have like a weird relationship and becoming parents again.
Yeah, it's just weird.
And that's also what I'm afraid of they might do with the last movie when we saw the merch. But I hope not. I hope it's not Sleeper. I hope it's gonna be Lasher or Toxin or something like that who has green on them, something like that.
So yeah, so apparently it's going to be released on October 25th, 2024. Yeah, and Kenny Marcel also wrote the script with Hardy. And I don't know, what are your expectations? Venom 3.
I hope it's gonna be good. I hope it's gonna be a good one. Hope it's gonna be better than the second. I love Tom Hardy in the role, and I want to just see him actually grow more in the role. I would love to see him, versus Spider-Man, like everyone wants to see that. Do we have to wait for so many years, like Wolverine and Deadpool finally meeting up again? Is that what we have to do?
Venom is Batman with more child support.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the name of the movie is a little weird, The Last Dance, but I understand. I just hope it's gonna be good, and at the same time, we do know that Tom Hardy has been a part of writing the script for it and helped out with the movie. And yeah, I just hope it's gonna be good. I'm not gonna set my expectations too high, but I'm just gonna hope for the best with this movie.
Cycleman, yeah, you're probably right. Probably.
Well, he teamed up with Morbius, and then they're gonna team up with Craven. And then maybe like after Craven beats the Rhino, they'll bring him in too. Like Craven won't kill the Rhino. Like, join our sinister team.
Because they are creating. That's why they have been doing this. And the thing with Vulture is the thing that was not planned. That was the last moment thing they did. And a reason with that too is also because Disney and Sony has this deal together and mashing up the Spider universes, and that have become really confusing for even Disney and Sony themselves, and we don't know where it's actually gonna go. That's the reason.
Yeah. Where does Madam Web fit in? Did Madam Web take place in the early 2000s in the same universe as Venom? So they happened.
Yeah, it's the same
years
universe.
before Venom?
This is all in the same. Yeah, Madam Web is in the same universe. Morbius is in the same universe as Venom. Everything is in the same. Everything that comes from Sony is in the same universe as Venom. It's basically called Venomverse in a way. That's everything.
Yeah, wouldn't he fight like the 3 Spider Women then? Since they'll technically be their like actual ages because they'll be like in his future, so they'll be around crime fighting.
They should have.
Well,
but
wait a minute. Because I thought Venom was in his own separate universe, because you got Madam Web, which is part of the Sony Spideyverse, but also that Sony Spideyverse is part of the MCU. But when Venom comes over, they were talking they were talking at the end of the movie. Oh yeah, this and this and this kind of happened. All the heroes kind of blinked away, and then Venom leaves a piece of himself and he goes blink back to his own universe in the kind of Venomverse, I suppose you can kind of call it.
Yeah, that's kind of what they call it. And the thing with the thing with Craven and all of them, that they are not really in this universe.
That's weird.
It is a confusing situation, and this is something I've been talking about for years, and that is the situation with Disney and Sony. The same thing when you look at interviews with the woman who was in charge with Sony at the time, and I don't know if she's still there. I don't remember, but when she was they had an interview with Kevin Feige, and she said something about Venom and Spider-Man stuff that Kevin Feige did not understand. You saw his reaction was like, what the fuck's going on, right? So it's a lot of complicated stuff with that whole deal, and that's why I said that this deal they did was the mistake in the first place. Even though yes, people wanted Spider-Man to cross over finally to the Avengers and all this kind of stuff, of course.
Yeah.
But and Tom Holland's future is kind of uncertain which universe he is gonna be in now after the last movie, because still again, because of their deal, if that deal goes out, Sony still owns the rights of Spider-Man, so they can actually take Tom Holland and they can, just put him in their universe and continue from there. And maybe, suddenly something happens when he meets Venom and all the other characters. So yeah, the deal is confusing, and that's what kind of the continuity is a little weird and messed up because of that, unfortunately.
Oh, at the end of Spider-Man, at the end of the last Spider-Man, we had Venom just for a few minutes. Like, oh, he's coming, and now we don't know. Like,
that's the thing.
The post-credit scenes will be Venom's baby shower. Yeah, more than likely. So, Dormammu, maybe they need to make Venom like a musical, like Doctor Who. So,
stop it! No, don't give ideas.
If they play Guess the Gender, we'll be here all day.
Yeah,
we're already getting
talk about Madam Web. Neither
exactly
right.
And also when you watch Morbius, you also have if you remember, you have Morbius going, we are, I am Venom. And that's also when they talked about it's in the same, that was also how they connected and confirmed it was in the same universe, because Venom is a character in that universe.
Yeah.
So every movie you see from Sony is in their own universe, and they're all connected, and they wanted to, what they've been trying to do for years is creating Sinister Six, and that's why they've been doing what they have been doing for a long time now.
Yeah.
And building up.
Franklin Walker, yeah, I want to see Madam Web just for laughs. It's bound to be on TV soon. Yeah.
I think it just came out on Netflix like yesterday or something.
Oh,
yeah, no, yeah, it's on Netflix, right on their front page. So if you have Netflix and you want to watch watch Madam Web, check it out. Save some money. Netflix.
Franco, no, don't do it.
I'm gonna watch Madam Web. I gotta see it for myself.
Oh God. Well, prepare yourself.
There's only one reason I watched it, and the rest of the movie was.
Yeah. 3. So Appion, what are your hopes for Venom 3?
I hope it's better than the second one, because I'm like Jason. I really like Carnage as a character, and I like Woody Harrelson as an actor, but I just feel like he didn't nail the role of Cletus, Cassidy. Like he didn't.
I think he could have done it with a better script.
Yeah. And I felt like the movie was too short, because when I saw that 90-minute runtime, I'm like, oh no, you're going to introduce a new villain, and then they're going to have like 1 or 2 fight scenes, which is pretty much what we got. And then it just, the movie just, it feels way too short. It doesn't feel like there's enough really there to like for rewatch purposes and like to get out of it.
I know, right?
But the third one, yeah, I'd hope like that Toxin guy or even like the Lasher would be an interesting villain. But if it's going to be called The Last Dance, he's got to fight Spider-Man in the third act or something.
I hope it would have been great. It would have been great if they did. And let's just hope it's not Sleeper. That's the only thing I will say. Just let's hope it's not Venom and Eddie's son or kid. I will say.
Like, imagine the crowd reaction. Like Venom's fighting like his little villain. Sleeper, one of those guys, and then like they're in the middle of the fight, and then they both get webbed up, and it's like Spider-Man shows up, hey guys, or something. It's like, oh, the crowd would go crazy. You get like a No Way Home situation going on.
Well, the thing they did tease Spider-Man in Morbius, so and it would have been great, And what they teased was, of course, Tobey Maguire's suits Spider-Man. I even though it's not in the same universe, I would not be mad if suddenly he had a cameo with Spider-Man in it, and or Andrew Garfield for that sake. I would not mind. I think Andrew Garfield deserved another chance for a movie, not just a cameo in Spider-Man. But I would love to see Andrew Garfield Spider-Man actually fight, a big villain like Venom or something like that, or he teams up with, when we have games, we have comics and all that, and animation when Venom and Spider-Man has to team up and stuff like that. It would have been great to see them team up fighting, we say Toxin or Lasher or something like that, right?
Yeah, like they fight, they come to an agreement, like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, like a temporary alliance. We take this guy out, and then we're back to hating each other again, right? Right. Like that type of thing.
Tom, what do you think? What are your hopes?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to give it a chance because I liked him. I think Tom Hardy's amazing as Venom. Just a quick side note, though. There's a rumor we were talking about Madam Web. Sydney Sweeney might return to the Spider-Verse, except the Marvel side is a different character. Now she's rumored to come into Marvel and MCU. As, they got a different character. Somebody I'm not sure. They haven't mentioned who, but yeah, she might be in the new Spider-Verse coming.
She would be hot as Black Cat, like everybody said.
She would be amazing as Black Cat.
She was hot in that movie. As much as I hated that movie, I watched it and I'm like, yeah, she was hot.
That was the good part with the movie. That's a good part with the movie is her because she's hot as fuck.
And it'd be believable, like, oh, I could see Peter Parker maybe cheating on Mary Jane with this.
Yeah, right.
It's Sydney Sweeney, Mary Jane. You don't understand.
Hey, in Spider-Man, we all know that we all know that Mary Jane is just his sloppy seconds because in the original stuff, Gwen Stacy was always his real love.
Yeah, but remember, Peter in Madam Web, Peter wasn't even born yet, right? So by the time by the time Peter's like older, as Spider-Man, like Sydney Sweeney, her character would probably be in her 40s. So
like she's gonna be a different character.
Black Cougar.
Black Cougar.
Black Cougar.
Because it is a different universe, so yeah. So she
or should I say Black Panther?
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh my God. Vince Womack says, yeah, and Sweeney is rumored to do a
the Barbarella.
I'm watching that shit.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
Her dressed in the Barbarella outfit. That's one I read last night too.
Edgar Wright's quirky style. Oh my goodness. Sign me up.
We talked about not simping and all that kind of stuff earlier on, right? Look what we men are doing right now.
I know.
I'm not gonna be ashamed of it. Hell, you look fine.
I'm not ashamed of it either, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be some interesting news. So but as we're
I think I'd pay Sydney Sweeney $10,000 for a hug. Boom! It all comes around.
Oh
my God! It does. It so does.
Like a cycle.
Oh my God! $10,000 well spent. Yeah. So
I get to put my face on those. Get a little. How much to motorboat those things, Sydney? Another 10,000. All right.
Done.
Let me hit the bank.
Oh man, Franco Walker. I don't think Sweeney is that good looking. Oh,
we need to get him back.
I think you know what, Franco. I'm gonna have to say this. She's how should I put it? She's okay. She's not like she's not like drop dead super hot gorgeous. Okay, she's pretty. No. Just hear me out for a second. I think she's like top tier pretty. Okay.
Yeah, and the fact that she doesn't have very much competition, I think, is really what makes her stand apart.
Right.
Oh, damn.
I mean, okay. Let's put it this way. Okay, Jennifer Lawrence she's a pretty woman, right?
She's a pretty woman she's a pretty woman that should shut up and make us sandwiches. That's what she should.
That's right.
The first sandwiches.
Is she gorgeous? No, I'm not. No, exactly. Now you take Sydney Sweeney and you take Jennifer Lawrence. She's like
much harder than Jennifer.
Yes, she's upper crust pretty, right?
Sweeney is my type of a girl. So I am a heathen. I'm a North pagan. So yeah, I am a disgusting heathen. I'm proud of it. Thank you.
Yeah, with makeup she's okay. Exactly. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, with makeup she's okay. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, Jenna Ortega is the love of my life. I will marry her. Yeah, she's the best.
Right.
Yeah.
So Tina, that Barbarella movie will probably set in development hell.
No,
I don't know.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I mean,
what else is Edgar Wright doing?
Guys are too old.
I don't know. I mean, that's pretty interesting though. So, I mean, I'm okay with a Barbara. Am I okay with another Barbarella movie? I mean, then again, the other one's pretty dated with Hanoi Hannah there.
As long as they don't snake, we have to worry about the male gaze. No, that's what this movie's about. Hello.
Yeah.
It's like, we want to look at it. Yeah.
And
She's a
Sweeney's not
DC 8,
ashamed
but a
of it
Marvel
either.
5. There you go. There you go. So, which made her a Sony 9. Ah, there you go. I like that math.
Hey, what's it mean?
That's perfect.
DC is hot? What? I'm confused with that one. I'm sorry. Gal Gadot as a Wonder Woman was super hot. Or not? Yeah, she was hot. Like,
Yeah.
she's hot.
But was she Linda Carter hot?
I think she's hotter. I'm sorry. I'll fight yet. And Linda was hot, but Gil was.
Okay.
I don't know. Nobody fills with that costume like Linda, though.
That's true.
No. Her
She wore that costume like you. Like it looks like she can't breathe. It's almost like a corset from like the old English days. It's like, how are you breathing in that? Suffocation.
Exactly that bad movie, and it was like, oh, she's gonna be in it, but then there was nothing after that. So
Yeah, that's true.
I would
So,
love to see this nth in the universe.
oh, 100%. So, but I get that math, Dormammu. So, but yeah, I'll check up on that Barbarella movie and see what's going on with that. That's pretty interesting. So, but yeah, seeing how we're pretty much at the end of the show as we are today. Let's see, Jason, you got anything you want to plug, dude?
Give me a second here. Well, you can find me, of course, on 540 Studio. On Wednesday, we are gonna do a show, the 5cast. And of course, we do have the Beyond on Thursday, also known as Thursday. Because it is. That's why it's called Thursday for us, who are Norse pagans. And then, of course, it's the Beyond, and we also have a new co-host on our channel, who's a good friend of mine, Baron Orman Tag from Pacific 414. A good friend of mine. We always joked about this for a long time, that he is my Tom from Midnight's Edge from Wish, and I'm his Andre from Wish, because I'm Norwegian, of course. So he's one of our new co-hosts. We're going to talk about, a lot of the stuff that we do here and some other stuff. And I will not be here on Friday, unfortunately, because it's the 17th May, our national day. So, it's a celebration and stuff like that. Only sad part is, it's probably going to be a lot of gay shit and other shit that I don't want to see on our official day. But, it is what it is. And of course, I'm still working on some music, and stuff will be released at some point. I did show some to Comic Relief, and he liked it, so that made me happy. And other than that, as I always say, just remember, life's too short, make the most of it. And we on this panel, we love you, we appreciate you, and none of us could have been here today if it wasn't for you guys out there. So thank you for the inspiration, and thank you for the love. Thank you.
Right on. Appion, what you got going on, dude?
Today, my usual watch party with Padawannabe, where we watch stuff on the channel. Today, we're going to watch season 3 of Trailer Park Boys. He's never seen it, so we're working our way through those episodes. Nice. It's a really fun Canadian comedy show. If you have never heard of it, it's pretty good. It's like stoner comedy. It's great stuff. And then Thursday, watching the final X-Men episode 97, watching the finale. 4 p.m. Pacific time, and then that's it. That's pretty much it for this week. And then I'll probably be playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider at some point, because I just finished Rise. But yeah, I'm not going to be here on Friday either, unfortunately, because my birthday is that day, and I got plans and things to do, unfortunately. So no Friday show for me. But I'll try to pop in the chat and say hello. But I will be busy, otherwise engaged. And then that's it. Sydney Sweetie's hot. I'm out.
There you go. Being toxic male. Shout out to Linda Carter.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got 10,000 for you, Sydney. Hit me up. I like hugs. Long hugs.
Long hard hugs. Tom, what do you got going on, man?
Well, if he's gonna hug her, then I still want to plug her.
Okay.
But no, what do I get going on? I'm working on episode 7 with me and Jessica. That'll be 2 weeks from now. I'm working on my own show still because I remember the first 2 episodes were about wrestling, and after Mania, it's like, okay, there's not much going on. And then so I'm working on some stuff. I'm really doing studies, and I want to do something that's Delve's thing. I'm not going live yet, but now I can get the chat. I might be able to do more live. I'm still playing Fallout 3. I've been recording the second release of it, so yeah, I'm just trying to build the new channel and see what I can put on it. And so yeah, just building and then working on photography. Get my book out hopefully in a month. Fingers crossed.
Awesome, sweet. Tina the Naughty Dragon. Linda Carter gets this dragon's motor running. Exactly. 100%.
Oh, I was hoping they would have had a third film because I was like, when they hinted her at the end, I'm like, oh, no way. And then
yeah, I know, right?
Nothing else.
No.
Like, damn it.
It's like, dang. I mean, James Gunn should have kept them. That's my opinion.
I 100% agree. Like, look what fans are saying about that new Superman picture, tying his boots. Like, what the hell?
I know, right? God, looks
a lot
so
of
bad.
problems with that.
Big time.
People have had fun changing the background into all kinds of wacky stuff, though.
Oh, they have.
Oh, yeah, that's been the
Loving
greatest.
it. I saw one with
that's
Godzilla.
funny.
It's like, yes. Like,
Yeah.
Winker even did one where Godzilla is having a beam battle with Goku from Dragon Ball Z in the back.
yeah. I love that.
They're having a beam struggle.
Oh my god.
Superman's just taking his time.
But
Nothing to
he
worry
just
about.
looks like a Wish version of Henry
Yes,
Cavill.
right,
That's
no.
the problem.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Let's fire the actor everybody wanted, and let's get a Wish version of him. That we
Yeah,
probably
and
pay
Henry
less for him.
loves. He's one of us. That's the thing with Henry too. He's one of us.
Yep,
That's
one
right.
of us.
And I just want to say before we go, Wendy and the entire team there, thank you once again for that 1999 super chat. I really, really appreciate it, guys. You guys are amazing, patching up people and saving lives. And and hey, kudos to you guys down there in Texas. Dr. A, I will take the job. I promise I will not pass out. So if you can, Wendy knows my Twitter, so you can get a hold of me that way. So, and welcome this Canadian with open arms because hey, I'm Canadian, I'm polite, so we all are. Anyway, that being said, stay tuned, guys. I will have updates for the voice work, for the dub work that I want to do on that Beast Wars 2 movie, and we will see you again on Friday. So remember, guys,
be excellent to each other and party on!